changes is very risky.
It is. And you know, I think it was a YouTuber named Sargon of Akkad. He has recently started promoting a new sort of term for the progressives of today. It's called neo-progressivism. It is these cunts. They are still stuck in, the communistic way of thinking. Censor what doesn't agree with you. And Sweden is filled by neoconservatives. Neo-progressivists right now. Fucking feminazis, social justice warriors. Sweden is basically a country if it was run by Tumblr.
I absolutely agree with you, and they censor even facts. They said it's not a matter of opinion that a person of a different ethnic background. Let's use myself as an example. If I kill somebody in Sweden and I'm Greek, they will call you. They won't mention my nationality. Or you know what? I'm Greek. It's closer to Sweden, so maybe they will.
Yeah.
But if you're like your friend from Congo, there is no way in hell they're gonna mention his name.
No.
And that's with the best of intentions. I know that you don't want to be, you don't want to promote racism in the country, because I have to say Sweden is the least racist country I've been. I have never been discriminated by a Swedish person, but I have to say that many of us immigrants, including myself, and including my own nation, who live in Sweden, don't deserve to live in Sweden. And sometimes you have what I call an inverse racism. Swedish people are racially discriminated in their own country.
You know what the last fucking...
It's fucking nuts, yeah?
You know who Mona Sahlin was, right?
Of course I know Mona Sahlin.
The fucking cunt. She's like, Sweden has no culture.
She's a stupid cunt.
Yeah. There is no thing as a Swedish culture.
And this type of cunts like Mona Sahlin try to limit Swedish culture and try to limit the pride the Swedish people find in their own nationality. If there is one nation in Europe right now who should be proud of themselves, is Sweden. And you will never see a Swedish person, and I can understand that you will never see a Swedish person say that, or at least I have never seen a Swedish person say that, Sweden is the best country in the world, hey, Sweden, having the flags, waving the flags, and that's a good thing too.
Both yes and no. If you actually speak with the neo-progressivists in Sweden, they will never come outright and say, we are the best country. But if you speak to them, they say that we have to set the example for the world. We need to become a humanitarian superpower. And
you are. Honestly, you are.
Definitely. But in selling out your own people, that is going to help.
You know what the thing is? I'm happy that you mentioned that, selling out your own people. Every Swedish person in this world, here or back in Sweden, has to understand that the system they have built and the welfare system that they have created is not suitable for everybody.
No.
Because the Swedish person has, from 50 years ago, has learned that you have to work in this life, and if you can't, yes, the government will take care of you. Somebody like me who came to Sweden, somebody like a guy from Turkey or Somalia who came to Sweden and see this social welfare system will say, you know what the fuck am I gonna work for? They're gonna provide every shit I need. So fuck that. Let's make 15 different children, let's let's fucking breed here and get the benefits.
But when your family came, and the people that came during the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, even 90s, they were told this by the Swedish government: you need to learn the language, we will provide for you, but we expect you to pay it back through taxes. I think that might... No, it's down on the road. I'm a bit worried because this is a non-smoking area.
Yeah, fuck them.
No,
I'm not a smoker, but I'm gonna start smoking to tell me I can't.
but
No, but this is the thing. Sweden is an amazing country for the Swedish people. There are a bunch of cunts from other parts of the world that I don't want to say what parts of the world. I don't want to disrespect anybody. There are a bunch of cunts who come from fucked up places to Sweden, and instead of embracing the new chance that they have in Sweden, they try to bring the same mentality that fucked up their own country to Sweden. And you have people, religious extremists. I don't want to again insult anybody.
You can say it's not every Muslim. It's the Islamists.
No, I love Muslims. I grew up around Muslims. Even in America, many of my friends are Muslims, and it's a fucked up minority that messes with the reputation the Muslims have in this world, because most Muslims are people like us, people who want to enjoy having coffee, bang a few broads,
smoke a few cigarettes, smoke a shisha, just sit and have a good time.
And occasionally blow up an American, you know what? No, but
the thing is, Christopher Hitchens,
the late Christopher Hitchens, God rest his soul.
he would turn over in his grave if he heard that.
Slap me across the face, yeah.
Yeah, how dare you, sir?
Richard Dawkins was in the Bay Area a few weeks ago.
Oh shit, I missed him.
You missed it?
Yeah,
me too. October 4th, he was signing books in the Kepler's bookstore in Palo Alto.
Oh no!
You were not aware of that?
No,
I wanted to ask you.
I even follow him on fucking Twitter. He wrote nothing about it.
Dude, I cannot believe you missed that shit.
That is terrible. I hope that he's coming back.
The day he was here, that was the day I found out about it. And I don't know how soon he's coming back. Hopefully we're gonna still be here.
Yeah. I mean, he's an amazing... Have you read his books?
I've read The God Delusion, both in Greek and in English. I have to say, and it's not a matter of pride, I had to say there's something magical about the Greek language. It's a very rich language in comparison to English. Even he himself said that the English language is a poor language and it doesn't allow you to express yourself.
Well, I disagree, and I agree with that statement. For me, you know, as a Swede, Sweden has a very rich lingual history. You know, we have the Old Swedish, we have the Old and New Swedish, we have the Younger New Swedish,
exactly how Greek is.
Swedish.
Exactly how Greek is, yeah.
And you know, that is great and all. But if you try to speak anything except the fucking contemporary Swedish, which I try to do because I think that the Young and New Swedish is fucking brilliant. But whenever I do that, fucking Swedes are like, what the fuck are you kind of pretentious cunt going on about? And like, it's not about being pretentious. It's about that I truly and really enjoy this way of speaking.
Yeah.
It's sort of like with English.
And language, the Swedish language is going to change the more immigrants you allow in the country.
Yeah.
Because the way people and the way the press is being printed now is to suit those people who just came to this country, people who didn't grow up listening to the Swedish language, and it's a bad thing for the Swedish language because
and it's
going
also
to be
a bad thing for the immigrants, because if they are not subjected to the actual Swedish language, how on earth are they going to learn it?
You know what the thing, again, the Swedish people with the best of intentions, they try to be welcoming.
Yeah.
And in doing that, they put their own language and their culture into a circle of depression, what I call.
Yeah, it's a circle of self-loathing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just...
And it's going to happen anyway. Like I said, in the European Union, our cultures are going to be diminished. Our languages are going to be diminished. If you spoke to a Greek person 20 years ago, my age, he wouldn't be able to speak the English I do. Now everybody in Greece speaks English.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, I had to come here to be able to be proud of being a Swede without being...
Because you didn't have the opportunity to do so back home, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can look back in Sweden and I can see all of the good things going on. But the good things are starting to get outweighed by the bad things. And the bad things is mainly coming from the European Union and a very deluded, good-intentional immigration policies by the 7 main parties of Sweden. Then you have the 8th party that is like, yeah, you know what? This isn't going very well. We need to limit this.
And society actually looks down upon those people who try to question immigration.
Yeah.
This is absolute madness. You cannot even question immigration.
It is
not even
mental.
Question. It is. And again, this is due to the Swedish people being very nice people, because I truly believe that the Swedish people, there is something beautiful about the Swedish heart. They don't wish harm upon anybody.
Yeah.
And with the best of intentions, they harm their country, which is one of the best countries in the world. They harm it, and they're gonna... I don't want to see Sweden becoming Germany. I don't want to see Sweden become the UK. I don't want to see Sweden become Italy or Greece.
No, Sweden needs to be Sweden, just the same way that the US needs to be the US. I fear that the US is looking at Europe, because if you look at Europe,
they look at us as something progressive, yeah?
Yeah, but Europe doesn't really work anymore. It used to work when Europe was sort of, you know, very homogenetic. When everything...
Ethnic continent, yeah?
Yeah. It used to be the European continent, and it used to work out great because everybody had this sense of pride. We're from fucking Europe. We need to work for the best of Europe, and we also need to work for the best of Sweden, best of Norway, best of Finland, best of Denmark, the best for each and every single country. The European Union came along, And all of a sudden it was sort of like, yeah, you shouldn't feel so proud about your national fucking identity. And now it's going even more to shit, and more power is being moved to fucking Brussels, and we just keep losing the sovereignty.
I disagree with you, and again, we need a 3-hour podcast just to analyze, just to scrap the surface of the But I have to say that I agree with centralized European governments from Brussels. Unfortunately, I don't have much respect for that part of the world, but I have to say I agree with the centralized European power. I agree with the diminished European ethnic cultures. I believe we should consider ourselves as one, because if we don't unify completely right now, we're gonna be a very poor continent very soon.
That is
Sweden, Greece, Italy. We're nothing compared to rising powers. The United States is still good. China, India.
Is on the rise.
We are too small to be able to be picky. I believe that Europeans should speak one language.
What language will you say that should be?
Right now, English is the most obvious example. we should be able to speak English as good as we speak our own languages, and we're going that direction.
Yeah.
Thanks to the internet, thanks to this abundance of information in English. My sister speaks English as good as she speaks Swedish and Greek. My sister was a baby when she moved to Sweden, so she's fluent in really Swedish, cool. in Greek, and in English. And I am really hopeful that the European Union will become a nation someday, if we survive the fucking Germans. I'm kidding again. If
Deutschland über alles.
I love the Germans. They're very nice people, and anything I've said about, not really, but come on.
Yeah.
No, the new Germans are, I think, better than the older ones.
Both yes and no. We should leave this to the next time we get together.
We should leave this to the next. The Germans, let's leave it to the next time.
We're at 1:40 very soon now. So should we finish this and agree to meet again and talk about Europe?
Definitely. This was a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure to have you on.
I'm sure you're gonna have 1,000 subscribers by tomorrow.
I really hope so. I will put this out tonight when I get home. I have to visit a friend. He has a birthday party down in the park, very near where I live. So as soon as I get home from that, I'll just record the intro, edit it a bit, then I'll throw it up on this new fucking service that I've started to use, which is Spreaker, which I'm very curious about, because it's sort of like this fucking community, so I might get some promotion by that as well.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you upload yourself on iTunes?
Yes, I think that is one of the perks from this, that they have like 200 hours worth of shit that you can save on your own personal account.
That's amazing.
And you can live stream, 45-minute segments. So hopefully it will be something good. But you never know.
Yeah.
But
hopefully, yeah. Knock on wood. I hope everybody's able to understand me, because I have a very unique accent that people are not used to.
Yeah, but it's just still English, and you have a different melody. It's just
and I speak it, and
but
what the
you
thing
have a
is,
brilliant English.
As far as vocabulary and grammar, I think I'm good, but people are not used to hearing a Greek person from Greece use the English language. So, and again, don't tell me I'm Italian. Fuck you. If you see my nose, you're gonna know
you're Greek.
No, but I think I have offended every single nation in the world. I really don't mean to. I'm just kidding.
No. Don't apologize. That you own up to it.
No, honestly, I'm not of those fucking patriotic people that I love my own country and hate everybody else. I love every single person. I love cultures. I love languages. That's why I speak so many. And even you Germans, it's not your fault that you're Germans. It's your.
Yeah, you were just born.
You were born German. What are you gonna do about it? But so I really hope they understand me.
They most definitely.
And I really hope I wasn't screaming too much.
I think it's no worries. I mean, I think we'll have a bigger problem with the wind. So it's going to be exciting putting this up and editing it. But I think it will come out great.
Next time, hopefully we record inside somewhere.
Yeah,
indoors.
I think we should.
Indoors.
Yeah. No, but it's been a pleasure having you on, man.
Thank you for having me.
We should do a fucking 3-hour episode next time.
Anytime.
We should just load up with a fuck ton of coffee and then just fucking go.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Anytime.
So, until next time, people. Bye-bye.
Bye.